Welcome, welcome, welcome to Divas Talk as Sisters podcast, season 4. If this is your first time listening or tuning in, joining, however you want to put it, welcome. If it is your second, third, fourth, or fifth time, whatever, and you're a continuing listener, thank you again for your support and tuning in. Today I have another guest speaker who will be speaking on the topic, the heart wants what it wants. And as we know, it always does. I'm going to let him tune in and introduce himself. Go ahead, Michael.
How y'all doing?
Hi, thank you for tuning in with us. We're glad to have you. You do not have to be in that camera your face do not have to be in that camera that close. Looking like a mother. There you go. Thank you. Okay.
I'm trying to get signs. But go ahead.
Okay. But can I see your face though? I'm seeing like this.
See like what?
Zoom out. Like I'm seeing half of you.
So there you go.
And the camera is zoom. I mean, I can see you, but I can't see your mouth. You know, just like zoom. Not in. There you go. Stand right there. That's perfect. I know you're trying to sit OG and stuff. You know, since you're from Cali, you know, gotta be OG. But anyway, so what did you think when I sent you the topic?
Oh, it was a nice topic. It's something that probably needs to be discussed a lot more. You know what the heart wants.
When you say a lot more, what do you mean by more?
So I mean, like, people need to discuss, because like I said, the heart can be deceitful. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, sometimes we desire the wrong things in life, you know what I'm saying? And it can be detrimental to our lifestyle. So,
well, you didn't introduce yourself. You're just jumping into the topic. Who are you?
Oh,
like, you didn't...
I'm moving too fast?
Yes.
Well, let me slow it down before the horse is back.
Yes. Who are you? Who are you? Like, what's your name? Where are you
My
from?
name is Michael Jones. I stay from Los Angeles, California. Actually, man, I've been out here in Texas for about 20-something years. So that's pretty much it. I'm retired, so so I'm just chilling.
Okay, all right. Now you can take the wheel and do your topic.
Oh, okay. My bad. All right. No, what I was saying earlier, I'm just saying the heart is deceitful. It's a Bible scripture. I think it's Jeremiah 17:10, where it talks about it. Who knows the heart? So a lot of times you got to understand is that when you're looking at the heart desires what it wants. Sometimes it's not always good what you want. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be careful with the heart. You have to use, intellect, the mind more than the heart sometimes. Because I have a lot of desires that I like to have, but sometimes it's not always good. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. So my heart desires a lot of things. So that's basically what it is in a nutshell. What your heart desires. So I can go into a lot of things what your heart can desire, relationship-wise, where you desire a guy or a girl, and they might not be the right fit for you. And then you go through this. You date them, you go through it, you love. Your
head is going down again. I need your head to be. you driven. There you go.
I got it way back here. I feel like okay, I got you. But
okay.
But no, I'm just saying, it's just that, it's just, when your heart desires something, you got to think about what is it desiring, because it might be something that you might not need in your life. I can like a lot of women, what I'm saying? I can like certain women, but sometimes that don't work out, it's like they're not a fit for you in your life. So, but that's what your heart wants. You're in love, like, ooh, I like her, you know what I'm saying? She's sweet, she's kind. There might be a hang up somewhere. Whereas though you be like, oh, I didn't know all that. And then when you find out, then how your heart feels then. So, there's a lot of ways I can go with it. But I'm just giving the basics of it.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. So what does Michael heart want? When you say the heart wants it, what do you want for yourself? Like, do you have a significant other that you feel she is that person for you, or you just kind of playing the fence? I mean, I know you on the world, and the world is seeing you, so but I'm just saying in general, like, where does that leave? I have like different stipulations and what you tolerate with your heart. I'm gonna just say, before you get too deep into the topic, like when I came up with this topic, I always freestyle and come up with these topics, but what I got out of it, I had to write it down because I was all over the place with different things about it. But with our heart, sometimes our heart wants what is more, and especially love. We love our kids when they're born. We love our parents because they're the first person that we do know how to love. We love if we get a wife or a husband, a girlfriend or boyfriend from elementary school. In that elementary school scene, we have that little sweetheart. They write that little note: do you want to be my girlfriend? Mark yes or no. So it's like a little crush love. So it's all different forms of love that you kind of embed into your heart. But like with our heart pumps blood, and in order to pump that blood, it produces that oxygen into our lungs for us to keep surviving in order to breathe. It also carbon dioxide. It has all of that inside of it. But if you don't have that heart's hurting, that heart's broken. You can even lose your life because it also produces stuff in your organs and stuff like that. So if it shuts down, you shut down. So I got out of the topic, not only the heart inside your body that's embedded having problems if it doesn't work right, but in the love life, we get heartbroken. Some people get devastated. We have a lot of people that's out here killing themselves behind a special someone, or a lot of times men, and there are some women that take the others' lives behind love. We don't know how deep that love goes for someone, and that's why I say, what are some of your stiflers or your tolerations when you deal with love?
Well, my thing is, my whole ultimate goal is to get remarried. That's my ultimate goal. That's what my heart decides. That's what it wants. It wants to get remarried again.
Okay,
but
I can't. I need you. What? Maybe you just need to sit up, Kim. Maybe you gotta sit up. There you go, Kim. All right, look at you. OG Kelly. That's much better.
I can't have my gangster lean, but
no, you're not in Cali no more, man.
We gotta lean to the back.
I understand.
But no, it's just your heart. I mean, my heart. That's what my heart desires, is to be married again. Second shot at it. First time, and all that. But second time, I want to say, because I think I'm a good man. I really do. I think I can do good.
Yeah, everybody.
Deserves
another chance at it.
Yeah, so that's what I like to have. But it also has to be the right person too. Because you got to remember, with heart desires something, it can be the wrong person, and then we got a lot of regrets.
Right.
So we have to be careful.
Right. So sorry to interrupt. What about thinking outside of the box of relationships? Like, your heart may want a certain job, or your heart may want a certain house or a car. Like, I know you're into cars, and if your heart desires this car, you're going to go out and you're going to get this car. You love your car like they're part of the family, So outside of just love, what else are things that your heart would want or desire? Like, how do you take care of your heart? You know what I mean? To avoid things happening.
I mean, honestly, I'm blessed. So it's a lot of things I achieve, a lot of goals. So it's not too much I want out there. But one thing I do want, that my heart do desire, is good health.
Yeah.
Straight up good health, better health.
Yeah, you can't, and that's what that goes hand in hand. And what I was saying about, the heart, the heart still has to produce good health in the body, like with your organs and your lungs and the blood flow and all of that stuff. So yeah, your heart wants to have good health, and outside of good health, it also wants to be taken care of. You got to preserve your heart yourself first for that person to hold your heart. Yeah. So, I mean, for that special someone, does she know how, if you have it, I don't know,
Go ahead, shoot.
how she does? Okay. What, how does she value your heart? Like, does she take care of your heart like you want her to, or is it a process right now? Do you feel that she is the one? I know you say you want to get married again. Do you feel like you're just settling, or do you feel like your heart knows that this is your person? You know how just like us, my speaker on season 1 was speaking about how he believes there's only one soulmate for you. Do you feel like, I mean, honestly, do you feel like she's your soulmate, or is she just someone that, since you in a relationship with her, and I don't know how long, but you're just there because, I mean, you know, sometimes we get older and we like, we don't want to go through all these different relationships.
Yeah.
We want to be one particular person. Sometimes we just don't want to get all the backlash. We go to familiar, you know what I'm saying? So we'll go to people that we're used of and we done dealt with before, because we know how they gonna rock. We know how they gonna, you know, handle a certain situation, whether you want to be with the person as just a dating or a friend with benefits, or if you want to be in a relationship with that person. But when you do find that true love and that soulmate, they say, you know, when that's the one. Do you feel that way with your heart, that that's the one, or how do you feel about a situation?
I'm gonna throw a curveball on this one.
Okay.
With my first wife, I felt that way. Same thing. I thought she was the one. I put her on the pedestal. 11 years in, it didn't go right. Do I feel like that again? Yes, I do. I have that same feeling again. Now, to say, do I know? Honestly, I don't. The only thing I can do is just do my part. That's it. That's all I can do. And if it works out, you know, cool. If not, back to the drawing board. So,
see, that's my problem, though. I'm like, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
But I'm just saying, that's my problem. Like, I feel like wasting time. You know, nobody's promised tomorrow.
Right.
And life is just so short right now with everything happening in today's life. And I feel like if a person is not genuine and serious about you and your love, then they should only be fair and reasonable and say, you know what, this is not working early on, then wasting years after years. I'm going to use this as an example. I was, and I hate to bring this up and I don't want to use nobody's name in particular, but I was in an on and off relationship with someone for 35 plus years, like on and off, on and off. Was the love there? Yes. Was it something that I could see myself in the future with as a husband? Yes. But both of you guys have to be there. You know what I mean? Both of y'all have to be on the same level. I feel like when you come into a relationship, you come into a relationship with meeting each other. Like on episode 1, when Mr. Lawrence spoke about coming together, meeting each other somewhere. You know, it's not going to be perfect. Everybody's going to have flaws. You got her here and then him here. But I found myself back and forth because it was familiar. And I'm not one to just randomly have intimacy with just any person. You know what I'm saying? I have to be connected to this person. And when you're single, you want familiar if that's what you need at that moment. So the fulfillment of intimacy was there, but the level of drawing out the board on what needs to happen, you know, that's a lot of years wasted if you don't know what you want at that moment. So how long do you give yourself to, because I mean, I'm gonna use this as an example. Met this guy and hit it off, and it's been going absolutely amazing. Okay, day one. Do I feel like he's my soulmate? Yes, and it hasn't even been that long. So my question to you is, how do you know when enough time is spent to see or determine if that person is that person for you? Or, because everybody keeps saying, oh, well, you can't love a person at first sight. bull crap. You can fall in love at first sight. Trust me. I'm a witness. You can. But are there limits? I mean, there's boundaries for certain things, but
Yeah.
are there
So
limits to a man? Because us as women, we tend to hold on to things. We tolerate a lot. We deal with a lot because we feel like getting used to another person all over again is just too much. It's like a job, you know. Relationships are
it is
jobs.
work.
Um, but I feel like I'm trying to touch it without touching it. You know what I'm saying? Because that situation
Touch it.
is long
Put your
gone.
hands
But
on it. Bless it.
I'm just saying, like, I think it was an excessive amount of time that should have been either rectified on this is where we're going, and this is where we're not going. We're gonna just play at this, or are we gonna sit in this?
Yeah.
Versus someone who just steps in, know what he wants, know where he's trying to go, and I mean, he's that person. You know, I
Yeah.
thought this other person was that person, but no, this is that person. So for me, feeling that, I guess the question that I'm trying to ask is for a man. How long do you guys keep playing at it before you decide that this is the one? This is the one I want to settle down with. This is the one that I want to be my wife. You know, is the limit, or you just keep playing with it?
No, what I do is I ask her, let her set the deadline. Now, if she
Mm-hmm.
missed the deadline, then you know what time it is after that. I got to move on because I'm not getting what I want out the relationship. I
I
just
can't
have to
see it
bounce.
hit. You going down again?
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord. Oh, no. Arm getting tired. But yeah,
So,
on my screen, I look like I see my whole self. But I guess on your side, I don't. But
yeah.
yeah, but no, I let them set the deadline. So, for example, I say, okay, we're going to get married. You said I do. All right. So when we
You
gonna have
just
the
gonna
wedding?
say we gonna get married? You don't ask her. You don't propose to. We gonna get
I'm
married.
cutting through the chase now. Go ahead.
Oh,
I'm
just
cutting
like
through the chase.
that. Dang. Okay.
I'm just cutting through the chase. So then, all right, we finna get married, right? So now we gonna discuss time frame. When,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
if something really happens to where
Hmm.
as though it pushes the date back, then I
Hmm.
can deal with that. But
Hmm.
if you just getting cold feet or changing your changing, kind of like switching
Yeah.
up on me,
Hmm.
then I have to question. And I have to say to myself, okay, is you just stringing me along? Are you playing games? What is it? So then
Yeah.
if I ask you, okay, all right, what is it? And if you can't give me an answer that I'm satisfied with, then I have to go. I have to bounce because now I know you're wasting my time. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because you're not committed to your word for what you told me the date. Now it ain't got to be the exact date, but it has to be somewhere around that. I mean, if
Right.
you say May, it better be June. Don't tell me May and then go all the way down to December. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Right.
oh no, you playing games
Now,
now. So,
when you asked her, or you
go ahead, go
guys
ahead.
talked about the marriage, getting married, did you propose? Like, did you put a ring on it, or y'all just discussed it? Let's do this around this
No,
time. Since
we proposed and everything.
you got a ring,
It's
and
the
then y'all.
whole 9 yards, everything. So it's legit, but it's just like I say, you got to set a date.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
set a date, and if you don't meet that date, it's like business. If you don't meet the deadline, then we got to move on to the next,
Right.
to the next customer who's
Right.
serious. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Because you got to understand is when a person's in your life, they occupying that spot.
Yes,
And as
that's the
long as
thing.
they're
They're wasting
occupying
your
that spot,
time.
nobody else can
Yes.
get into it.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right.
if you occupy, I got to get you out that spot because
Hmm.
somebody might be for real and just might be that person that I might, live the rest of my life with. So, you just got to, I know the heart wants a lot of things, but it don't
Yeah.
ever pan out all the time.
And like
A
you mentioned,
diabetic like chocolate cake, but they can't have it. So
right.
I'm just saying.
Right. But like you mentioned, earlier, I lost my train of thoughts. We talking about it, but like you mentioned earlier, how the time that you with somebody, like how I guess my question I'm trying to ask is, you can talk about marriage all the time.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I want to get married, or you my wife, or you're going to be my husband or whatever.
Yeah.
But you've already put a ring on it. So now it's not just saying a date, it's planning. Have you guys started planning it?
Planning.
You got the church together. Do you have the preacher that you're going to have? Do you have the participants that's going to be in your wedding? That shows that the person is really serious versus they just say, oh, okay, we're going to do it here. We're going to do it there. We got to put the money where the mouth is now if you're serious about it. You know what I'm saying? So you said the date that y'all plan, that if it doesn't happen then or a month after, then you're going to the next candidate. But again, you're wasting time.
And see, next candidate.
Yes, and see, that's the thing that...
Yeah, but go ahead.
Right.
I got you.
Right. And that's the thing, the problem that I'm not just saying me as a woman, I'm sure other women too, we tend to be in these dating scenes or relationship scenes with these guys who promise marriage, speaks of marriage. You're living like you're a husband and wife, living together. There's people that live together and stuff and act as husband and wife. You're respecting that man and that woman as husband and wives. So you're technically that. But sometimes the ring is on it. Sometimes the ring isn't on it. But you still want that title. You know what I'm saying? Because even people in relationships, they sometimes call that's my wife, that's my husband. You know what I'm saying? And then like the person that I'm seeing now, we speak it into existence already because we know what we want. So when you say you're my wife already, just like Mr. Lawrence spoke in episode 1, when he said that you already a wife before you're a wife. I think that was very powerful. And vice versa. You're already a husband, because I feel like men, they don't speak a lot about what they do, but they're taking care of these women, doing things. Not just hair and nails. I'm talking about paying bills, taking care of their children, paying car notes, buying a car for a whole woman or man. And they're not even your husband or your wife, but you getting treated like the husband or wife. So I'm just saying that from a man's point of view, when do you feel enough is enough? Even loving that person.
Like I said, it's on the individual. It takes time. Some people can go a long time. Some people can go a short period of time. Me personally, I let them dictate what time. Because if you tell me what time, then you should be ready. Because if I put a time on you, you might not be ready.
But shouldn't it be a mutual thing? Shouldn't it be mutual?
I let them have that. Now, it's like this. If I ask you to do something and you say, Mike, give me time, I say, how much time do you need? You're going to tell me, right? So I can hold you accountable. Because a lot of women don't like to be accountable.
Right.
When you start to say, no, this is what you said. You said this time frame here, and it didn't happen. So after that point, then I have to evaluate, do I want to stick with it a little more, or do I want to bounce? So that's where I get to at that point.
But you love her.
All the putting in the work and you got to do that these days. Because ain't nobody gonna take you serious if you just talking. You got to put in the work.
Right.
And
because
it's an investment, and sometimes you score on an investment, sometimes you don't. It's like business. So you play the stocks, you might do good, you might not, but it's an investment. Because you're gonna put that money somewhere.
Right.
I'm just, but it's just, you gotta, you still gotta be smart about it though. Huh? Right.
And I think it's your way of showing, because men can be, and there's some women that be providers as well to their men, because, when I'm in a relationship, I take care of my partner, believe me. But what I'm saying is, it should be more than just, I don't want to say wasting time, but it should be more than just things that you're I guess for me, at my age, I don't know what the younger women do. I was young before, and I did some crazy dumb things, made poor decisions, and love also you don't make logical decisions, because you're in love and you think this person is in love with you, but sometimes they don't love you like you love them. You know what I mean? You may love her or him more than you love yourself sometime, and I had to learn that the hard way, starting to love myself. But I say that to say, it shouldn't be about a financial thing. Like I say all the time, I'd rather be homeless with my man if it's just him and I with love. You know what I mean? We can make it together on the street. I mean, it's just a saying. It's not technically like, oh, I really want to do that. But I'm just saying, I don't have to have $1 million to have someone that I love. You know what I mean? I don't need you to do all of this to be somebody that I love. And it shouldn't be about a financial stability in relationships. However, with this generation and everything that happens now, it is. Nobody wants to go into a marriage and you're not able resourcefully to be able to take care of them if they fall, and vice versa. But for men, they look at it so hard on a man. Let's just say all his life he worked. He did good. And then the woman's working, but that man lose that job. That man's just like you said, you mentioned you're retired, you know, and I'm taking it your girlfriend works. So her being that person as your person, she's supposed to have your back if you don't have it. You know what I'm saying? Because she know what you're capable of doing. But being retired, how does that leave you to do your part in being that man for her? Because if you guys get married, you said you're retired. How is that going to work? So, I mean, do you guys live together now? Y'all live together right now? Do y'all live together now?
No.
Okay.
If she was, she'd be right over my shoulder, but no.
Okay. So that's something too. So now you got to take into consideration the move for y'all together once you get married or to that thing. So it's a lot of things to think about when we talk about a heart wants what it wants. And I mean, like I said, it doesn't have to mean just love. You know, there are some people out here that just love animals, you know, and they have to have an animal, you know. The job, like if you're used to doing one job,
they go out their way to get them, even if it costs them, you know, you know,
exactly,
overspend, as I say.
Exactly. You try to live above their means. Yes, I agree. So yeah, that's what I'm saying, and it's just a lot of things that the heart wants, and I'm glad that you were able to come and speak about it and give your insight as a man on the heart what it wants. So, do you have anything?
Can I say one thing real quick?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna share something. One thing we have to learn is patience, because we can't rush that. Let me give you an example.
Oh, okay. The camera. Okay, there you go.
Is it there? Okay.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'm a little remedial, so work with me. But no, one thing we have to understand is patience. I'm gonna use a storyline in the Bible. For example, you remember Sarah and Abraham? Sarah couldn't have no children,
right?
And then she gave her Hagar the wife, you know, to Abraham the wife. She didn't have no patience, because she had patience. Later on, she had a child. She didn't wait on God. She forced it to satisfy her husband. But then after she did have a child, and then, you know, of course, the child mocked each other, whatever. Then she wanted to get rid of Hagar and the child. See what I'm saying?
Right.
So sometimes we can't force things. We have to wait on God to move for us. And that's called patience. Because whenever we move forward and we do it the wrong way, because we're human. You know, we desire, that's what the heart desires. That's what the heart wants. So when your heart wants something, you know, that's what you're going to do. But sometimes we have to slow it down, pull the horses back, and let God take the lead.
Right. That's kind of
like the prayer. It's going to work itself out. And that's what I try. I try to be patient and let it work itself out. I don't try to I hate when I intervene. When I intervene, I mess everything up. I'm not going to lie to you. It just be in shambles after I finish. So I try to be patient and let it work itself out. The signs will be there. Yeah, I mean, if that person's not for you, trust me, them red flags be slapping you all in the face. You be seeing things like, oh, no, I got to bounce.
You know? Right. And you both have to be into being patient and knowing God's will and all of that stuff, too.
Yeah.
Because the person now, when I tell you, teaching me things in the Bible. I mean, you know, when I was young and stuff, I did Bible study, vacation Bible school and everything. I learned the scriptures and stuff, but ask me, do I remember, you know? I don't remember all of them, but I can quote some of them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm learning new things in the Bible,
Yeah.
and this the partner is what I'm going to call him. You know, he's teaching me a lot because he used to be a pastor, and
No.
it's just amazing things that I learned from him that I just didn't know. You know,
Yeah.
quote them scriptures like, "Oh my God!" I mean, I feel like I'm in a movie with the teaching. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, we be hours and stuff with Bible class, and I like somebody that's more relatable in my Christianity. You know, because
Yeah.
they can realize my walk with God, and they're walking right there with me. So yeah, that's good. The heart wants what it wants. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you were
So
able
that's
to
what
talk.
it is.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm glad you were able to tune in and talk on this topic for me and for us, should I say. Anything you have for me before I sign off? I didn't want to keep you this long, but you know I
Well,
get to talk.
I appreciate it. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. You know, I'm old school. I ain't used to all these new gadgets these days. Social media, I be like, oh, Lord, she got me on there downloading stuff. I don't even know what to do. I
That's
gotta
all
go get
right.
one
You
of my
did good.
children. I was like, why you do
Yes,
this? But yeah, other than that, I'm good.
you
It
did
was
good.
cool.
I was sweating over here trying to. I said, Lord,
You
I don't want my.
always sweating. You better believe in
Yeah, you.
something. Nah, what over there sweating for? I
I was like,
got
I don't
this.
know how I'm gonna
I
get this
got
on
this.
here for him. I can't
Shit, I
see it.
got
Then
this.
I had to share the screen.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It was gonna work itself out like it always do. Just patience. That's all it is.
Well, I would love to have you come back when you and your significant other decides to tie that
Oh,
knot,
she
and we
would
can
love
kind
to
of
do
talk
it. She
about it. And you
definitely.
can have her sitting right there next to her, you know,
Oh,
telling the
she.
story. You know, if I
Yeah,
don't be
she'll
done
do.
got married before you, you better set
Say
that
what?
date. I
Wait,
say,
wait.
if
I
I
didn't hear
don't
you.
be
What
done
you
got
say?
married before you better
Oh,
set that
okay.
date.
Okay. Now we. Oh, okay. We putting it out there. Now we challenging each other. All right.
I'm just
I'm gonna
what
tie
I
it
just
to you,
told you.
but look at it.
Speaking into existence, right? I'm speaking it into
No,
existence. Hey, that's how
listen.
you
Let
got
me
to do
tell you
it.
something.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's gonna happen, Captain. I really do.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
right now it's just certain things you just have to be patient on, and I'm willing to wait to a certain extent. Now, if you
Yeah.
playing games, I'ma see it. It's gonna be
Yeah.
obvious. I'm gonna be like, oh no,
Yeah.
you playing games.
Yeah.
You just
Right.
stringing me along because you don't want to see me go be happy with nobody else. But yeah,
Right. And I was
but
gonna
but
touch on
what
that.
I'm saying
Yeah.
is, it just takes time. That's all. And I'm not
Yeah.
gonna rush it because, like I said, my first one, I thought she was the one. I really
Yeah.
did. But
Yeah.
and we've been together for like 11 years, and then things happen.
Right. Yeah.
I ain't finna get all into that, but yes, just things
Yeah.
happen. So
Stuff happened
it
and
is what
then
it
it's
is.
gone, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. So
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in to Divas Talking Sisters podcast. Thank you for joining. We're gonna have to have you come back in here, okay?
okay, I like the feathers.
You like my feathers? That's my
I
earrings.
still like the
Thank you.
feathers.
Thank you. Thank you. I
You
have a
got
girl
it.
that makes my earrings, you know, and oh
You
my
got
God, I
somebody
love
make
her.
everything. Hats,
Yeah, I
earrings,
know,
whatever. They
right?
got shoes too.
Outfits, everything. But that's all right. I'm
I
marketing,
got
girl. I'm gonna have to post it on there and let y'all know she got all kind of good earrings. But anyway, that's not about
you.
the
I got
earrings.
you.
All right,
All right.
Michael. Thank you so much for joining. And
Much love.
I'll be in touch. All right.
All right,
Bye.
sweetheart. Bye bye.
Oh. Uh-oh.